This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so we need to return to open. If I can get a mover and a seconder, please. Peter and John. Moved by Peter Kistemaker, second by John Peroff. Be it resolved that we do return to open council at 9:52 p.m. All in favor? Belinda, I can't see you anymore.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So business arising from the closed session, 22.1. If I can get a mover and a seconder for the motion. Okay, yeah, Belinda and Pete. Moved by Belinda Kistemaker, second by Peter Kistemaker. Whereas the corporation has received an offer to purchase from Rideout Bay Developments Incorporated for a portion of the said land Wicksteed Concession 3, Part Lot 13 RP 1R11990, Part 17, which will have the legal description of part of Lot 13 Concession 3, Township of Wicksteed. More particularly described as Part 1, Registered Plan 1R-13686, Reference Plan attached hereto as Schedule 1, Civic Address to be assigned at a later date, Property. And whereas, despite numerous and ongoing efforts, no other private or public entity has illustrated serious interest or provided expressions of interest in building a hotel for the community and its visitors. And the proposed buyer is the only individual or entity that has shown continued and ongoing interest in doing so, despite the issues now stemming from COVID-19. And whereas, at the regular meeting of council on January 29, 2020, where there was an open discussion on land use for potential hotel, where the mayor outlined and public discussion ensued on various potential locations for a hotel, including this property. Following which, an update on the topic was provided at the regular meeting of council on February 19th, 2020, and whereas council has given great consideration to and has completed many hours of deliberation and negotiation over this prospect and the terms of the related agreement, including but not limited to listing the issue on the open council agendas of April 15th, May 6th, May 20th, June 17th, July 15th, August 12th, September 16th, 2020, and whereas council has decided that such a transaction for the property is advantageous to the municipality and the community, and that is the only viable option after several failed efforts to obtain expressions of interest and negotiation with individuals and entities about the development of a hotel, and that it is deemed expedient, appropriate, and necessary to the township to pass a bylaw to authorize said agreement between the corporation of the Township of Hornepayne and Rideout Bay Developments Incorporated. Therefore, be it resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Hornepayne does hereby declare the lands known as Part 1 as described above and in the attached reference plan as surplus. Any discussion on the motion? And I'll put that to a vote. Those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Belinda. And that is carried. And continuing on, we have our second for the bylaw 1818. If I can get a mover and a seconder, please. Drago, Peter. Moved by Drago Stefanik, second by Peter Kistemaker. Be it resolved that bylaw number 1818 being a bylaw to authorize the sale of a portion of the property currently known as 240-250 Front Street by the Corporation of the Township of Hornepayne for hotel development at the price of $32,000 plus HST be hereby read a first and second time and be considered read a third time and finally passed. Be it further resolved that the council instructs the CAO clerk and the municipal solicitor to complete all necessary work and prepare all documents to complete the transfer as outlined in the agreement. All legal fees and disbursements are the responsibility of the purchaser. Be it further resolved that Gail Jeremy, CAO clerk, is hereby authorized to sign all necessary documents on behalf of the municipality to complete the transfer. Any further discussion on the bylaw? And I put that to the vote. Those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And that is carried. And our second item of business for 22.2, if I can get a mover and a seconder, please. John,
Aye.
Belinda, moved by John Paroff, second by Belinda Kistemaker. Be it resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Hornpain does hereby accept the draft version of the Township of Hornpain's business plan and financial projections for a municipal service corporation housing as completed by BDO. Be it further resolved that the CAO clerk and the economic development officer have hereby authorized to work with the required entities to proceed with the next steps in the establishment of the MSC. Any further discussion on the motion? Okay, to the vote, those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And that is carried. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to find the confirmatory.
Well, it would be confirmatory 1819, if that helps you.
It does, thank you. As soon as I flipped it in with the other papers. Okay, so I need a mover and a seconder for the confirmatory, please. Peter and Drago. Moved by Peter Kistemaker, second by Drago Stefanik. Be it resolved that bylaw number 1819 being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council at their regular meeting held on Wednesday, October 21st, 2020, be hereby read a first and second time and be considered read a third time and finally passed. Those in favor?
Aye.
And that is carried. And if I can get a mover and a seconder to close, please. And we have Peter and John. Moved by Peter Kistemaker, second by John Paroff. Be it resolved that council does hereby adjourn this regular meeting of council held on Wednesday, October 21st, 2020 at 10 p.m. Those in favor?
Aye.
And that's carried.